Hello, and welcome back to Patty Perfect. It's me, Darren Monroe, and we are going to get all types of beautiful. But today, I'm going to do things a little bit on the different side. I have a new, well, not necessarily new foundation that I'm using because I've used it before, but it's back. Like I wasn't using it for, like, I went, you run out of stuff, then you try something new, and then you go back to what that type of thing is going on. And then I'm out of prep spray, so I want to try something different before I go back to prep spray. I'm trying micellar water as a prepping stage for my face when using my makeup regimen and getting everything pretty and going. And then for our eyes and our lips, I'm doing something a tad bit on the different side and going with those bold colors. So let's get going and do it. So I have a wonderful, clean, beautiful surface, as you can see. So you do know I'm getting rid of these dark spots. Yes, it is taking, like, this side is gone, and this side, for whatever reason, is taking longer than ever because they're leaving these marks. And let me tell you what's happening, like crazy. So you get it, like these two especially, I get reoccurring pimples in these spots. Like, I don't know what the frick that's about, but like, go away, dark spot is about to leave, and then all of a sudden it's another freaking pimple. Like, it feels like exactly in the same spot. I mean, it may be like the smallest of inches over, like millimeters or centimeters over, but like, you see, they just keep on occurring in the same freaking spots. This side, nothing. This side, same spots. Nonetheless, let's get going. So I have some oil of Olay micellar water, and it's in a little pump. So I put my cloth, not my cloth, my little cotton ball right on the top, and then I pump down. Oh, you saw that? Yeah, I pump down like that. I mean, granted, I have too much this time around, but I just wanted to show you how it worked. So I'm getting it going here. Yes. Yeah, you gotta lift a little. Now, like I said, I have a clean surface. You know, like, you wash your face and you think your washing is all wonderful and awesome, but then you'll use like micellar water or toner, and right after you've washed your face, and then you go to look at your little cotton swab, and you're like, I thought I washed my face. Yeah, it does bring out some not so pretty things going on. No shame in my game. We all friends, right? We better be anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna put that back. And then we go on to priming. Now, there are tons of different primers to use out there, and they're all wonderful and amazing in their own right, but I like to try different primers every now and then when I can. One primer that I do like is the e.l.f. primer, and e.l.f. has like a ton of freaking primers. Right now I'm using the illuminating face primer. Now, illuminating because, like, you can see the color, like, it has a goldish color because it's gold. Like, this thing is gold. I just want you to know that. One pump. See? So I am going to illuminate. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah. Now, when you have used products in the priming phase and prep phase that have, let's call it glitter in it, or a highlighter in it, let's call it a highlighter, that has highlighter in it. Now, what that does is, once you put your foundation on, it's supposed to like give you that glow. So that glow is supposed to come through in your foundation. I think it's cool, to be honest. Alright, so we got that going on. But I have oily skin, as we've discussed previously, so I'm not sure if adding a little bit of setting powder now kind of blocks out that illuminating, glowing effect but it's whatever because I'm not gonna stop, to be very honest, because like I said, I have oily skin. So I'm using my Ulta Beauty Mineral setting powder, which I actually really like, to be honest. I really do think that Ulta has some pretty awesome beauty products, and to be honest, they're like always on sale. So I'm just putting a little in the cap, and then I'm putting a little on my face, and my problem areas is what I'm focusing on. Yes, we'll do throughout, but I really want to focus on my problem areas first, and then, yeah, see, then you put the rest throughout. There we go. And we're just going for this like little ashy look that I'm giving myself. Like, yeah, you've taken care of all that ash with the moisturizing and things like that, just to ash yourself right back up. You know, call it the circle of life. Alright, now we're gonna prime our eyes with actual primer. So I'm using my Urban Decay eyeshadow priming potion in the anti-aging. I know I need to move on to a new eye primer, to be very honest. And it's just a little bit, and I start out right on the lid and then work my way up. There we go. Yes. Now, so a little bit right on the lid. There we go. And I make sure to get it all. And then I'm like patting it to like get up any excess or residue. Make sure to really smooth it out because I don't want anything coming in the way of me having amazing eyes. So, what's next? Eyeshadow time. Eyeshadow time. And for my eyeshadow, I am using the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. And it has a bunch of amazing, gorgeous, pigmented colors that I absolutely, positively love. And today I want to do that, not sunset eye because we're not going to the purple of it, but the yellow and orange effect of the eye. So we're using our oranges and our yellows. So I'm using these colors here, and I might dabble a bit in this one. Might. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Probably will, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. So we're going to start off with our yellow color. Now, what I'm going to use to get this effect done are my wispy brushes. So brushes like this. So I'm going for these brushes. Why? Because I don't want the colors to be too deep, too dark, and too concentrated in one area. I want to make sure it's all throughout, and these brushes can really allow me to achieve that look. So that's why we're going to use them. So let's get going. Like I said, I'm starting with my yellows. And I'm going right across the top. So it's like when you use the flat brush, which I normally use on my lid, that really packs in the color in specific areas. I don't want that right now. I just want everything free loving and out and proud and wonderful. You see? There we are. Now, Just because you're a beautiful, sexy chocolate girl does not mean you can't wear any color. And I love the yellows and the oranges. Now, granted, it may take a couple of more strokes to get the color where you want it or to really pop. But, you know, good things take time. Yes, honey. And granted, it is freaking yellow. Oh, because that hair was like really bugging me. Oh, yeah. And I'm going, as you can see, right towards the top. Didn't mean to go back to that eye, honestly. There we go. And I'm just making sure the colors are the same. I'm going to go over this one just one more time. There we go. Now, we're using the yellow, but yellow isn't our primary color. So, I don't really want it to be any darker than this, honestly speaking. Like, it's just an accent color, really. I gotta get these hairs together. Alright. So, yeah, yellow is just really our accent color and something to start the process so we can show the color change, so like the ombre of it. We're doing more than an ombre eye than like a sunset eye, because the sunset eye has some purple in it as well. So it's the yellows and the oranges, but it does have a tad bit of purple. Long brush. So I have another wispy brush, and I'm going in with my first orange color, and I'm going right under where the yellow was, focusing in my crease. So as you can see, like, it's right in this area. There you go. So I'm using, sorry about that. So I started off with this yellow here, and now I'm going into this orange. And then I realized this orange is going to be so much better to end with. So this is going to be our third color here. I'm going to put that right in this area towards the bottom of my lid. And then, to make it all really hit home, I have this crazy, loud, bright, bold lipstick that I just cannot wait to use. Yes. So you see how it's coming out? Now, if you notice that when I start, my eyes kind of close and then I raise my eyebrows, that's just to even out the area that I'm working on. Because in the closed phase, like, you can really like get in the crease, but yet when it's open, not so much. So this way there's no streaks, no lumps, no bumps, nothing like that, and we have a smooth application of the color. So yeah, I just want to make sure everything is going on as nice as possible. So let's go over to the other side, and it's just seriously this simple. I'm just going back and forth to get that color in there and bring that color across. Ooh. love it. I love it. Yes, 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 yes. I'm just seeing where my colors are at. I think we're good on the amount of orange we have. Now, because I've added a new color, I'm just going to go back in with my yellow to help blend the two colors. So there's no harsh lines of anything. And I'm using the yellow just because the yellow is a lighter color. And I just want to blend the two colors together. There we go. There we go. Now for our third color, which is going to be the darker of the oranges, this color here. That's the color that we're going to be using. And I'm using somewhat of an angled brush so you can see it, but it still has a really wispy finish. It's not anything like packed together tight like the flat brushes that we use. Like the flat brushes that I use when I'm ready to do my lid. And that's because it'll help me blend. And I just want to go right across my lash line to make sure that isn't going to be left out in any way, shape, or form. There we go. There we go. So I want everything blended nicely. I'm going to go back with my orange or my lighter orange and just use that to really blend it in. Ooh, I got on the bottom. Not what I was going for. My bad. Alright, so here we go. And I'm just dragging it across my lash line. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yes. And I'm going back in with my orange, just the lighter orange, sorry. Just to blend the two together. So you see how that is working out? Yes. Whew. Now we did get some of the darker orange on the bottom here. We're going to take care of all of that, trust me. So let's just work on blending out right now. So I'm going to go back out with my yellow. And I'm just going to go over the top. I'm going to go in with my lighter orange. And that's in the middle in my crease. And then I'm going to finish it with my darker orange right at the bottom. And you see this all blends in together. Now, this is the part where I feel like a hot mess and I feel like I'm nuts and like I'm questioning myself and what do I have and what was I initially thinking, and usually I can't come up with any answers, and I'm like, maybe I should just see this through because it can't be as bad as I think it is. And 9 times out of 10 it's not. Well, actually 100% of the time it's not, because once you add your mascara and your lashes, everything seriously just comes together. There we go. It does look a little crazy now, but like I said, it'll come together in a minute. I just want everything to be blended. No harsh lines, no harsh lines. So you can see the ombre effect of the colors. I mean, if you, like, in a minute, we'll get all of our crazy excess taken care of. But do you see the ombre effect that we are establishing, so to speak? Alright, so let's get some mascara going. I have my favorite mascara. It's Avon Big and False Lashes. Totally love it. So to put on my mascara, I'm going to use my handy dandy mirror, and the way I've learned to use it, like kind of taught myself, is to put your mirror like this and to look down and put the mascara on. This way I don't have to worry about it actually getting on my wonderful eyeshadow that I took so much work. This is why I love it. You see this brush? Okay. Enough said, right? Enough said. So I'm using the mascara not only to coat my lashes, but to comb them out and to create an underline. So I gotta make sure my lashes are nicely combed, nicely coated, and I have a really great underline going on. Just like that. See? Because not every look requires a winged eye. See? All lashes nicely combed out, nicely coated, and ready for duty. So, what's next? It's lash time. And to get our lashes in order and underway, I have some beautiful lashes. They're called Cherry Blossom, and it's number 119. Super cute. A nice little dramatic effect. So let me just pop these out the pack. Okay, why is it so difficult to get like one staple out? Because I was thinking too hard. Alright. So, now, brand new lashes. So what I want to do is cut just a little bit of the end of the lash, just so it fits my eye. So like when you take it out the pack, yes, you could just put it on. So I just took it out the pack, and I'm sure I could just put it on. Good to go. See? It'll fit perfect. But what will happen is it'll come like all the way from end to just about end, and it gets kind of uncomfortable. So what I like to do is just cut a little bit of the back off, just to make it a tad bit more comfortable. And when I'm talking about a little bit, I mean just a little bit. So that's all that I'm cutting off, like I said, to make it more comfortable. And then I just round it back out to help fit the shape of my eye. Use my tweezers. And then let's put some glue. Now my lash glue is nothing fancy at all. It's probably running out, to be honest. So just a little bit of lash glue right on it. And I like this lash glue. It doesn't take too long to dry, and it like stays forever. Like seriously, like water is like the only thing that's sticking. So you don't have to worry about like going about your day and it's like, oh my gosh, the work day is over, I want to go out, but will my lashes last? Yeah, with this lash glue, they're definitely going to last. Like I said, really quick. And basically the same way I put on my mascara is how I'm putting on my lashes. Last year I started putting on my lashes this way first, and then transitioned into putting on my mascara that way. But I hold my mirror like this, my little handheld mirror, hold it like this, and I look down as if I'm closing my eyes, and then I place my lashes on. So I'm just looking down into the mirror, and I put the lash on. I am securing the outer and inner, and then the middle. There we go. So you see, these aren't anything too wild and out of control. There we go. See? Like I said, nothing too wild, out of control. A very natural look, so to speak. See? Alright, let's do the next eye. Ah. Alright, let's do the next eye. So I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it off and then just cut the end of it really small, nothing crazy. And then round it out just to help fit the shape of my eye. Put it in my tweezers. So I wanted to kind of keep that U shape just so that when I put it on, it's nothing too crazy. Give it a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue. There we go. I want to make sure it's an even layer of glue. I'm just evening it out. There we go. There we go. Like I said, just evening it out a little bit. So you see how this eye like now starts to come together. You can see the ombre of it. I tell you, it's all about having a lash. It seriously is. Before you get that lash on, you're like, what the frig? Once you get that lash on, you're like, ooh, I did that. Yeah, it's all about having a lash. Right. There we go. I'm just securing the lash in place. Now you can do that with your finger or the back of this. Just to hold everything down. Alright. And I'm just evening out the lash. Ooh. Alright. There we go. So now, let's get some foundation popping. Okay, let me cover up my lash glue. And let's get some foundation popping. So, the foundation I'm actually using, granted, I put it in this bottle, but that's not it. I am using the Fit Me Foundation Matte and Poreless. Why I put it in the pump bottle? Because of this. This doesn't have a pump, so pouring it out is a really pain in the butt. So what I did was, once I finished my Dream Mousse, I just poured that bad boy in there. Making it easier on yourself is like really the way to go in life. So I pump it out. And remember, you can always pump more. So and I'm just creating a like cleanup line, truthfully. So I'm cleaning up like all the wonderful areas. And that's just the cleanup phase. And to create my cleanup line, I'm basically going from the bottom of my eyebrow all the way down. And then I swoop around my eyebrow. And then I get right in the corner of my eye. And that is the start. Now it's just about getting everything else on board. Now don't forget the creases and corners of your nose, around your mouth, all the way back to your ear, and underneath. Alright. Then we got my forehead to do. We leave no stone unturned. Yeah, pretty perfect. Because, you know, when we gonna talk about others, we gotta be on ours. Yeah. So we want to blend it into our hairline. We don't just want color popping out in the middle of nowhere. Like, what? There we go. There we go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Make sure we get our nose. There we go. Alright. So foundation is set and ready to go. Now let's move on to concealer, followed by filling in our eyebrows. Now, the concealer that I'm using is e.l.f. as well. e.l.f. concealer. Now, got my nose ring turned around. Sorry about that. Now, what I have noticed about the e.l.f. concealer, besides this little tiny brush, because I mean it is a little tiny bottle, is that the brush, the little applicator, doesn't really hold much. So when I use my Maybelline concealer, I can dip once and then bam, get everything taken care of. Not so much with the e.l.f. So I'm using this to create mine. Actually, I told you we were going to take care of that color. Okay, maybe I'll take that back. It wasn't working before. I'm just gonna let you know. But what I do stand behind is the fact that there is no like letting this marinate, because if you let it marinate, it does get very dry very quickly. So you have to like apply and blend, apply and blend. There we go. Okay, now that I've covered the basics, I'm gonna just bring it out. And you just want to get it as smooth as possible. So just like we're gonna blend out with our blender, or make sure not to have any harsh lines to start out with, basically. Alright. Now we're ready to go. I get my BH Cosmetics Precision Blender that I love ever so much. And I get to blend it. Now when I blend, I start with the outer areas, because basically that's what you have to blend. So it's out and up. Out and up. So I'm blending and up. There we go. And up. There we go. Now, to fix these lines that we created here, you can use the bottom of the brush and blend that out. What I like to do is go back in with my foundation and just wisp over those lines. See? It just works a little better for me. But like I said, you can use the bottom of your blender and just go in it and get rid of it. Now let's tighten up our brows. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically just filling in the front of my brow. So I'm taking a little pencil. Probably need a new pencil. Like I said, just filling in the front. See? Nothing too wild and crazy. And then I take my little brow brush and I brush it to blend it out. And to shape my brows, make sure they're on point. we go. I'm doing the same for the other side. Bam. I was gonna get this one here. My grandmother always told me you gotta train your brows. Bam. I don't know, I feel like I got like one rogue lash. Seriously. There we go. And it wasn't necessarily that it was a rogue lash, but that I was missing like pencil from there. Alright, so let's move on to the setting powder phase because we're almost done. So what we got to do is we have to set our face, and then we're going to highlight our wonderful areas. And then I get to show you my awesome lipstick. Alright, so I'm putting it back in my cap, and then I'm just going to go into my problem areas. So I hit that first, and then I go up. So my problem area is here, so I hit there first, and then I take the powder further up, like right under my eye. I put on my chin, and then a little bit on my forehead right here. That really isn't my worst part, so it's not something that I really worry about, but you know, it can be cause for concern every now and then. So let's highlight. So I have my Makeup Revolution Triple Baked Goddess of Love highlighter, and I'm using just like a little lip pencil because it just works so much better than anything super big, wild, and out of control. And to highlight, I'm just going right in the middle and then working my way out. So right in the middle, and then I work my way out. And then I take a little down in there. And I do the same thing over here. And then I want to do my lip. My Cupid's bow. And when I do my Cupid's bow, that's about it. It's nothing wild and crazy or loud. That's it. I'm just accenting the area. And then I want to highlight my nose. I know I'm very unorthodox when it comes to highlighting my nose. I like to use a wispier brush as opposed to a fan brush. So I know that is like going against the grain. There we go. Don't ask me why, but I did it. So there we go. We're nicely highlighted. The ombre in our eye looks amazing. We have our lashes on. We look great. something to chat about, people to be envious over. Last but not least, lipstick. And I told you, we are going all out with color, with boldness, with wildness. So that's why I chose this gorgeous blue lipstick, liquid suede in little denim dress. Don't, like, this is the color. Like, it's wilding out there. It is definitely the color. So I'm gonna use my mirror just to make sure I'm getting the actual line of my lip down perfect, darling. And I like to start on my bottom lip and then work my way to my top. See what I mean? There we go. Let's talk about color, boo. This is color. Now, if you feel by any chance that you've made any mistake, if you've gone out the line, getting a little too much to where somewhere your lines aren't even, anything like that, you can go back in with your foundation brush, or you can hit some concealer, like get a lip pencil and hit some concealer and make any touch-ups. So like, you would just like, bam, go like that. Oh my gosh, it's fixed. Bam, go like that. Oh my gosh, it's fixed. Whatever you want to do your cleanup, that's how you do your cleanup. I think it's fabulous, beautiful, gorgeous. So it is time to get rid of our setting powder because I believe we are nice and set. So I have my huge brush that I use, and we are going to dust like our life depending on it. Now, granted, I did not put powder all over my face, but I do dust my whole face because any excess that's on here, we can share the wealth. Basically. So, we get our dust on. Now it's time to hit it with a little bit of setting spray. Yes. And for my setting spray, I have some e.l.f. setting spray. It's called Makeup Mist and Set. And then I'm just gonna hold it, like, so you see I'm holding it pretty darn far, nothing like here. I'm holding it out so I can get like the mist of it and not any direct like crazy spray in my face. So there we go. Now we're gonna dry. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Ooh. I feel like it's not drying out well, even though it like is. Like, am I the only one? I feel like my face is not drying. Alright, there we go. Now we see some effects. Fabulous. Catch these bra straps while we wait. Hello. Alright. I'm not really like a lady again. Alright, so we are all set and ready to go, pretty as ever, with our wonderful bold ombre eyeshadow, our bold blue lips, and everything just works together so beautifully and so pretty. And with our bold personalities and attitudes, we have a bold beat to go with them. So I thank you once again for joining me on Petty Perfect as we got cute on Cat Party. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.